Everyone, backlash over the president's reaction to the violence in Charlottesville, Virginia. That is casting a cloud over preparations for free speech rallies and counter protests set to kick off a bit later this morning. Former presidential nominee Mitt Romney posted a statement on Facebook yesterday saying, quote, "What President Trump communicated caused racists to rejoice, minorities to weep, and the vast heart of America to mourn." He also called on the president to apologize for equating the actions of white nationalists in Charlottesville with the counter demonstrations there. Let's get right to Oliver McGee now, former Trump campaign advisor, former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Transportation in the Clinton administration. Oliver, big welcome to you. We have thousands, as you know, expected to show up at these rallies. They're going to be held in Boston, Dallas, LA, Salt Lake City, and elsewhere today. Do you think the president has learned anything from the widespread criticisms of his remarks? And might he take a different tune in these rallies, if these rallies rather turn violent?
Well, thank you for having me today, Alex. Left turn, right turn, people are lost to the point of no return on the Washington roundabouts this week. What we see is a struggle between the media and the president in messaging this week. But I think with the change and the shift that we've had in the White House, the signal that I want to leave for your audience is that the country has always been center-right. And basically, that's where the administration is shifting right now, as the president, as a walking national security instrument, is essentially becoming Kellyized as you begin to develop more control inside the White House and communications, but also in policy development. We need to get the president back onto the agenda of jobs, 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 infrastructure, 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 taxes, 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 reduce them, and then be able to control the growth in regulations. And essentially what we're seeing right now is that shift in the White House to be able to really address a more dangerous world right now. We're dealing with Korea, we're dealing with Charlottesville, we're dealing with Barcelona. We have had 100 people die on transportation-related crashes as people are mowing down people in gatherings with trains, planes, and automobiles are all going out of control.
But Oliver, do you think the president should apologize, as Mitt Romney and so many others are calling on him to do? If he does not apologize, does he have any hope of uniting this country?
Well, I don't know necessarily if the president is going to even do that. I think we really have to let Trump be Trump. But what he is trying to do is acknowledge that we have a problem in keeping the peace. And essentially, as he wants to get back onto his agenda, I think what is really, really necessary, that we have a divided nation right now. And right now, what I say is we all have mothers and fathers, and we're all brothers and sisters, and we all are sons and daughters. And we have to unite the country together. And I think that's where this new transformation of the White House is getting to.
But Oliver, with regard to getting back on his agenda, I mean, we've got people leaving the White House in droves. Look at this. The comments led to the mass resignations of several of his advisory councils, also an arts committee, all for abruptly just being cut off. They're done. How do you think the president's interpreting those resignations? And I mean, does it bother him, you think? I mean, should he say he's sorry and bring some of these people back potentially?
Well, your previous guest, Raheem, put it probably correct. Steve Bannon's probably coming to the conclusion that it might be best for President Trump outside the White House than inside, because sometimes you're a little bit more controlled. It's sort of like a fishbowl inside the White House. And what you sometimes need is to have advocates outside.
Yeah, I get that, Oliver. Here's my question again. I've asked it 3 times. I'm going to ask it one more time.
Yes.
Should the president apologize?
Let Trump be Trump. I think that when he finds through his advice and counsel to get to that place, I want to have people to counsel him on how to do that type of communication apology, or whatever he needs to do to heal thyself with the nation. But he also needs to beg for the Congress to get back to his agenda for which he was elected for. I can't tell the president to apologize because I'm not the president, but I do want us to be patient and let Trump be Trump, just like we let Reagan be Reagan. And then he will get to that point, because if he doesn't, he can't get to the agenda of a divided nation. He has to get to the agenda of what he needs to do to drive this economy. And by the way, it's that 2.5% growth right now.
Right. So, Oliver, I'm sorry, I'm out of time. I wish I could talk to you more, but I'm out of time for right now. We'll have you back again. Thank you.